Sureck, and I'm a registered dietitian.
How important is proper nutrition to living a healthy lifestyle?
Having proper nutrition is really important to having a healthy lifestyle. It has a really important role in helping us live longer and live happier lives, having better quality of our lives. For instance, if you're eating too many calories than you need, you can gain weight and become overweight, and then, you can become obese too, and that can lead to diseases like type 2 diabetes, some types of cancers, and put you more at risk for heart disease. If we're not getting all the vitamins and minerals we need, especially during your years, like your teenage years, those are the most important years or some of the most important years to really get great nutrition. You can have some health effects that are not so good. So if you have iron deficiency anemia, you're not getting enough iron in your diet. You might be tired, you might be weak, your immune system might not be working as well, so you could be feeling more sick, and you might not be doing as well in school or at work. So diet is really important, because if you're tired and you're not feeling like you're successful, that can influence how much you're enjoying life and how happy you are.
What is your opinion on fad diets? Like, for example, the 7-day cleanse diet, because that seems to be really big nowadays.
Yeah, cleanses are super popular this year. That's really interesting. One of the most important things I think about nutrition is realizing that there isn't a magic bullet. If there was something that could make everyone really, thin and really healthy, we wouldn't have this obesity epidemic in the nation that we're having. So fad diets can be a little bit risky because they can prey on people being desperate, and they're short-term kind of quick fixes, and you have to think about the safety too. When someone's gaining weight, they may not feel good about themselves. So maybe their clothes are too tight, they're trying to avoid people that they knew when they were thinner, so they're not feeling very good about themselves. Then they see some advertisement, and it says you can lose 20 pounds in 2 weeks. And that sounds awesome, so why not? But the thing is that if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So, and maybe you could try that for a while, and then if you don't change other things about your life. So say I'm a freshman in college, and I've gained the freshman 15. And then I want to lose that weight, so I see an advertisement and I buy some product. And maybe it was a lot of money because some of them are really expensive. And then I take it and I lose weight, but I didn't start exercising, I didn't change the way I eat, it'll all come back. So, and some people eat when they're stressed out, so if you don't change that, different ways to deal with your stress, then that can help contribute to gaining all the weight back too. If they're safe, that's really important too, because supplements aren't regulated by the FDA. There's been some research that's shown that what it says on the label when it's tested in a lab isn't really in there in those amounts, or it may have other things in there that it doesn't say on the label, or one of the things that they say is really great isn't even in the product. There are a couple organizations. One is the National Science Foundation, and one is the United States Pharmacopoeia Convention, and if it says USP or NSF on the bottle, that means it's been tested and everything it says on the label is actually in the product.
What are some of the key aspects to proper nutrition?
There are a lot of really important things about proper nutrition, but I would say moderation is really important, and having a variety is really important, and also being aware of what you're doing. So focusing on moderation, knowing that all foods can fit into a diet, it's just the amount and how often. A lot of times I work with people who are trying to lose weight, and they'll be really restrictive and maybe just try to eat like fruits and vegetables for, a couple days and they're successful, but then they go to a party and then they have a cookie. And then it's like, well, I already ruined today, so I might as well have a bunch of cookies and then swing by Burger King on the way home. So, that could have been prevented possibly if they had a cookie here and there versus, trying to be so restrictive and then the whole snowball effect going the other direction. It's important to know why we're eating and why we're eating the amounts we are. So are we eating because we're hungry, or are we eating just because all of our friends are eating? Are we eating because we're watching TV and we want something to snack on? So that's important to think about too. And say I'm eating pizza with a bunch of friends and I have 2 pieces and I'm pretty full, but then everybody gets another piece. So I'm like, well, I could have another piece. Everybody else is doing it, even though I might have not have needed the other piece. So paying attention to why we're doing the things we do. And then variety is really important because have you ever heard them talk about eating a rainbow of fruits and vegetables? They talk about that. I've seen it in Wegmans before, but it talks about all the different colors of fruits and vegetables because they're different. The different color pigments provide different nutrition. The way to be really healthy, if you want to make changes, is to make lifestyle changes. So, start small. If we're not getting all the vitamins and minerals we need, especially during your years, like your teenage years, those are the most important years to really, or some of the most important years to really get great nutrition.